This person is fooling you emotionally and their actual intention is my beloved child. There is a moment coming closer than your next heartbeat where everything you thought you understood about a certain person will flip like a page burning in slow motion, revealing a truth you were never meant to see. You feel it already. That uneasy silence when they speak sweetly. That strange hesitation in their eyes when they promise things they cannot keep. They think they are smart. They think you are blind, but what they don't know is that your spirit has started waking up one silent alarm at a time. My beloved child, something huge is waiting for you. A revelation that will unmask their real intentions in a way they can no longer hide. They have been playing with your emotions like someone tightening invisible threads around your heart, convincing you that their affection is pure while their agenda sinks deeper underground. What they hide is far bigger than what they show. And tonight, as this message reaches you, a crack has already formed in their facade. And the truth that slips through it will change everything you believe about them. Amen. Blessing 111. Beyond the surface of their words, there lies a truth shaped like a knife, silent, sharp, and waiting. This is the part they never wanted you to notice. Their smiles are rehearsed. Their apologies are timed. And the way they check on you isn't out of love. It's out of fear that you may discover what they are planning next. They have been feeding your heart with emotional illusions, making you feel guilty for things you never did, making you overthink situations that were never your fault, and pushing you into a space where they control the emotional temperature of your life. But here's the twist. Something they could never predict. Your intuition has started revolting against their manipulation. You've begun questioning the stories, doubting the patterns, sensing the trap. They can feel your energy pulling away from their influence, and it scares them. Because when you finally step back, they lose power. My beloved child, they are fooling you emotionally. Yet, the universe is preparing to expose them in a way that forces them to face their own reflection. Amen. Blessing 222. And now the revelation tightens. Their actual intention is not what they made you believe. They don't want connection. They want control. They don't want your love. They want your loyalty without giving anything back. They don't want your honesty. They want your silence. And the moment you finally see their real motive, something inside them will collapse because they were never prepared for you to wake up. The truth is they have been emotionally draining you to keep themselves empowered. They need your attention to feel valuable, your forgiveness to feel secure, your kindness to feel superior. But the divine realm is cutting the strings they tied around your heart. The same person who once fooled you will soon stand exposed in the brightest light of your awareness. Their hidden intentions will surface in a shocking way through a message, a slip of tongue, a strange reaction, or a betrayal they fail to conceal. And when that happens, you will not break. You will rise, my beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you. And when this revelation arrives, your entire destiny will shift into a power they can never manipulate again. Amen. Blessing 333. A new chapter unfolds. My beloved child, before you take another step toward the truth, you must understand this. The person fooling you, emotionally is starting to panic. They can feel your energy changing. They can sense your spirit pulling away. And they know deep inside that the mask they wear is slipping. They are afraid of one thing more than anything else: your awakening. Because the moment you stop believing their emotional tricks, their entire power collapses. They fool you with softness when they need control. They pull away when they need attention. And they return only when they sense you drifting. But what they don't realize is that your heart is no longer responding to their script. You are stepping into a higher awareness that even they cannot manipulate. Something huge is waiting for you. And their real motive will soon stand in front of you like a shadow caught in divine light. Amen. Blessing 444. Listen closely now. This is the part that will shake your audience. The part that will keep them from scrolling even for a second. The emotional manipulation you've been facing wasn't a moment. It was a pattern they built carefully around your trust. They made you feel needed so they could take advantage of your empathy. They made you feel responsible so they could avoid accountability. They made you feel attached so they could keep you from noticing their true agenda. But here's the truth they fear. The universe is rewriting the script. This person's emotional trap is about to collapse. Not slowly but suddenly, like a door slammed open by a force they cannot control. Your clarity will strike so deeply that even they won't be able to deny it. And, the moment this happens, everything shifts in your favor. Amen. Blessing 555. Before we continue deeper, if you are watching this right now, it means your spirit was guided here for a reason. You didn't click by accident. You didn't arrive here randomly. This message found you because you are meant to rise above emotional manipulation. And if you feel the presence of truth waking up inside you, not for engagement, not for algorithm, this is your spiritual declaration. When you comment, you're not responding to a video. You're responding to destiny shifting in your favor. Something huge is waiting for you. And your acknowledgement unlocks the next layer of revelation. Amen. Blessing 666. Let the curtain lift further. Their real intention is rooted in fear and insecurity. They want to keep you emotionally dependent so they can feel superior. They want your energy because theirs is weak. They want your loyalty because they have none to offer back. They want your constant reassurance because they are terrified of being truly seen. But destiny is reversing the roles now. The person who once controlled your emotions will soon watch you walk away with a strength they can't comprehend. And the moment you break free, their entire emotional strategy collapses. My beloved child, brace yourself. The exposure is closer than ever. Amen. Blessing 777. My beloved child, a silent shift is happening around you. So quiet that the person fooling you emotionally has not even sensed it yet. But the universe has, your spirit has, and soon every hidden intention behind their carefully crafted sweetness will come to the surface like ink rising through water. They believed they could keep you trapped in confusion forever. They believed you would never question their sudden mood swings, their selective affection, their strategic silence. But destiny is rewriting their script behind their back. You are being guided into a clarity so sharp, so undeniable that even your emotions will feel relieved. Something huge is waiting for you. And, the one who thought they could manipulate your heart will soon watch their entire plan crumble in front of their own eyes. Amen. Blessing 888. Now watch this turning point unfold. There is a moment coming, unexpected, unplanned, unstoppable, where they will slip. It might be a message they don't hide quickly enough, a name they accidentally mention, a reaction they fail to mask, a truth they reveal without meaning to. And that one tiny crack will expose the entire architecture of their hidden intentions. Because their game was never about love. Their interest was never about connection. Their closeness was never about care. They wanted your heart for emotional shelter, your attention for emotional power, and your loyalty for emotional safety. But something they never considered is happening now. Your intuition is waking up faster than their manipulation can keep up. They cannot fool a spirit that has already begun to rise. Amen. Blessing 999. A divine whisper enters your path. If this message is resonating with you, if your heart is feeling a wave of recognition, if your mind is connecting dots you once ignored, then pause and acknowledge what's happening. Not to feed the algorithm, not to grow numbers, but to claim what the divine is unfolding for you. Your comment becomes a spiritual signal, a declaration that you are stepping out of emotional fog and into emotional sovereignty. Something huge is waiting for you, and your awareness is the key that unlocks what comes next. Amen. Blessing 111. Now let the deepest layer reveal itself. Their actual intention is not affection, it's advantage. They connected with you not because of who you are, but because of what you provide. Comfort, validation, emotional warmth, a heart that forgives too quickly and loves too deeply. They are not protecting you. They are protecting their access to you. But divine intervention has already begun separating their energy from your destiny. Soon a moment of harsh clarity will break whatever illusion they built around you. And when that moment arrives, you will feel a sudden shift. Lightness where heaviness used to live, confidence where doubt used to grow, strength where fear used to hide. My beloved child, destiny is freeing you from emotional manipulation. And the person who once fooled you will soon realize. You were never the weak one. You were the light they tried to dim. Their time of influence is ending. A new chapter of strength is about to begin for you. Amen. Blessing 1212. A thunderous truth approaches. My beloved child, the emotional game this person has been playing with you is reaching its final breath. They can feel something shifting, something they cannot explain, something they cannot control. It is the power of your awakening. The universe has started pulling back the curtain they hid behind. And every lie they wrapped in sweetness is beginning to unravel thread by thread. They thought they could keep you emotionally dependent, confused, hopeful, guilty, attached. But destiny has chosen this very moment to expose what their heart truly hides. And my beloved child, something huge is waiting for you. Something that will reveal not only their intentions, but your true worth. Amen. Blessing 1313. Watch how their fear begins to show. This person is losing grip over the emotional strings they once controlled. They can sense your mind clearing, your heart healing, your intuition sharpening. They feel your energy no longer bending to their tactics. They notice your silence, your strength. And it terrifies them more than anything they have ever faced. Soon they will act differently. They may become overly sweet. They may suddenly apologize. They may pretend to open up not out of love but out of fear. Fear that you are no longer fooled. Fear that their emotional strategy is collapsing. Fear that you are finally seeing the truth. Their affection was conditional, but your awakening is unstoppable. This is divine justice unfolding in real time. Amen. Blessing 14:14. This is not for numbers. This is not for growth. This is a spiritual confirmation to the universe. You choose clarity, you choose strength. You choose yourself. And when you confirm it, the next layer of their true intention begins revealing itself. Amen. Blessing 15:15. Now, let the revelation strike. Their actual intention was never to love you. It was to use you emotionally. They wanted a place to unload their insecurities. They wanted someone they could confuse and return to whenever their life lacked meaning. They wanted the comfort of your presence without giving the loyalty your heart deserved. They wanted your validation so they could avoid validating themselves. They wanted the emotional benefits of connection without the responsibilities of commitment. But destiny has reached its limit with their manipulation. A moment is approaching where the truth will expose itself through a confrontation, a mistake, a revelation, or a divine sign so clear that even your heart will feel relieved instead of hurt. And in that moment, the emotional chains they wrapped around you will break completely, permanently, powerfully. My beloved child, your freedom is coming. And the person who once fooled you will soon realize that they were never controlling you. They were delaying your greatness. Amen. Blessing 1616. My beloved child, the moment you have been sensing in your chest, the quiet trembling of truth approaching is finally stepping into the light. The person who has been fooling you emotionally is about to face the consequence of their own hidden intentions. They believed your kindness was weakness. They believed your forgiveness was blindness. They believed your silence meant surrender. But what they never understood is that your spirit was observing everything, storing every detail, every shift, every inconsistency. And now destiny has decided it is time to reveal what they truly wanted from you. This revelation will not break you, it will free you. Something huge is waiting for you. And the person who once manipulated your emotions will soon stand powerless in front of the truth you are destined to receive. Amen. Blessing 1717. Let the deeper layer unfold. This person's emotional games were never random. They were calculated, timed, strategic. They wanted to keep you in a cycle where you were always questioning yourself. Never them. They wanted you to doubt your worth so they could remain superior. They wanted you to chase their affection so they never had to give any. They wanted you emotionally exhausted so you wouldn't have the strength to see what they were hiding. But destiny is rewriting everything now. Very soon they will reveal themselves unintentionally. Their tone will shift. Their actions will contradict their words, or someone connected to them will expose something they try to bury. Their real intention, what they wanted from you, what they expected to gain from your heart, will come out in a way even they cannot control. And when it happens, you will not fall apart. You will finally understand why the universe kept whispering warnings through your intuition. Amen. Blessing 1818. A powerful truth rises in your path. The universe is preparing you for the moment you step out of their emotional maze. You will feel a sudden clarity, the kind that makes you breathe differently, stand differently, think differently. Their emotional influence over you is dissolving piece by piece, and they can feel it slipping. They will try to pull you back with softness, with sudden interest, with dramatic emotions. But these are not signs of love. They are signs of fear. Fear of losing the control they once had. Fear of being exposed. Fear of watching you rise into a version of yourself they can no longer manipulate. My beloved child, destiny is pushing you toward a truth that will elevate your entire life. The emotional trap they built is breaking, and soon your freedom will be undeniable. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, even your past will make sense in a new light. Amen. Blessing 1919. My beloved child, the ground beneath this person's emotional lies is starting to shake, and they don't even realize how close they are to being exposed. The universe has been patient, watching how they twisted your emotions, watching how they played with your trust, watching how they spoke sweetly only when they needed something from you. But that patience has reached its limit. A divine shift is happening. So powerful, so precise that every mask they ever wore is beginning to crack. They thought they could fool you forever. They thought their emotional tricks were invisible. They believed you would never look beyond their carefully crafted innocence. But destiny is stepping forward now, pulling their true intention into the light where it can no longer hide. Something huge is waiting for you. And the truth will soon unfold in a way that will change everything you believed about them. Amen. Blessing 2020. Let the revelation deepen. The emotional manipulation they used wasn't accidental. It was intentional. They didn't comfort you because they cared. They comforted you because they feared losing access to your heart. They didn't disappear because they were busy. They disappeared because they wanted to test how strongly you would chase them. They didn't return because they missed you. They returned because they needed the emotional validation only you could give them. Every gesture had a silent motive behind it. And now the universe is unraveling those motives one by one. Soon they will be forced to face the truth of their own actions. Not through confrontation, but through the consequences destiny delivers. And the moment this truth reaches you, your heart will feel something it hasn't felt in a long time. Relief. A release from the emotional weight they placed on you without your permission. Amen. Blessing 2121. Now, my beloved child, take a breath. If these words are resonating with you, if your heart feels a pull, if your intuition is whispering, "This message is for me," then allow yourself to acknowledge the shift happening within you. This is not engagement. This is alignment. This is your spiritual signal to destiny that you are ready to see what has been hidden from your eyes. When you choose clarity, the universe unlocks revelations that were once kept out of your reach. Something huge is waiting for you, and your acknowledgement is the key that opens the next door. Amen. Blessing 2222. Now witness the truth rise completely. Their actual intention was never love. It was emotional dependency. They wanted someone they could drain without resistance. Someone who would always understand them but was never truly understood back. Someone who would forgive instantly but was never forgiven in return. Someone they could use as an emotional escape whenever their life felt empty. But the universe is ending their access to your heart. Soon they will face a moment where their emotional tricks stop working on you. A moment where their manipulation meets your awakening. A moment where your silence speaks louder than their excuses. My beloved child, the truth is not coming to hurt you. It's coming to free you. And the person who tried to fool you emotionally will soon realize that they were never controlling your destiny. They were only delaying their own downfall. Prepare yourself. The revelation is not far. Amen. Blessing 2323. My beloved child, the universe is tightening the circle around this person's emotional game. And every step they take is leading them closer to the truth they wanted to hide. They can feel something shifting inside you. Your distance, your awareness, your strength, and it terrifies them more than you realize. They used to be confident that you would never question their emotional patterns. They believed you would overlook their inconsistencies, their sudden coldness, their convenient affection. But now their own energy is betraying them. Their behavior is starting to slip. Their control is weakening. And destiny is preparing the stage where their hidden intention will no longer stay in the dark. Something huge is waiting for you. And when it arrives, you will see clearly what your heart tried to ignore. Amen. Blessing 2400 hours 24. The emotional fog they created is dissolving. And for the first time, you are seeing their actions without the stories they tried to attach to them. You are noticing how they appear only when they need emotional comfort. How they distance themselves when you seek answers. And how they return with sweetness only when they fear you pulling away. They are not connecting with your heart. They are feeding off it. But that era is ending. Their emotional influence is fading with every moment you reclaim your intuition. Soon a moment will strike. Maybe a revelation. A contradiction in their story, a surprising truth from someone else. And it will expose their intention with the sharpness of lightning. They will be left standing in a truth too bright for their manipulation to survive. And in that moment, you will feel a silent strength rise within you. The strength of finally understanding who they are and who you are not meant to be for them anymore. Amen. Blessing 25:25. Now, destiny writes the final warning. The person who fooled you emotionally is about to face consequences they cannot escape. Their strategy relied on your trust, but your awakening has shattered the foundation they built. They thought they could shape your emotions, but now your clarity is shaping your future. They believed you would always stay available, but soon they will see a version of you they never prepared for. A version untouched by manipulation, unbroken by confusion, unstoppable in truth. The universe is placing protection around your heart, cutting every invisible string they tied around your emotions, and in the days ahead, you will see exactly why this person entered your life and why they can no longer stay in the position they once held. My beloved child, their intention will be exposed and your freedom will rise. Amen. Blessing. 26:26 My beloved child, the emotional illusion this person created around you is collapsing faster than they can rebuild it. They feel it. They sense it. They are watching your spirit shift into a strength they never expected. The same confidence they once drained from you is now returning like a tidal wave. And every drop of that returning power threatens the control they tried to maintain. They are becoming desperate in subtle ways. Overthinking your silence, questioning your sudden calmness, fearing your emotional detachment. They know something is changing, but they don't know the truth yet. You are outgrowing their manipulation. My beloved child, something huge is waiting for you. And this next revelation will shake the very foundation of the emotional game they built. Amen. Blessing 27:27 Watch their actions closely now because the universe is pushing them into situations where their real intentions will slip through their own words. You will notice their tone shifting, their responses becoming inconsistent, their interest suddenly increasing or decreasing depending on what they want from you in that moment. Their emotional strategy has cracks now. Cracks created not by their mistakes, but by your awakening. They once controlled the rhythm of your emotions, but now you control the rhythm of their fear. And the more aligned you become with truth, the more their hidden motives tremble at the surface. Soon a moment will come, unexpected and unfiltered, where their emotional mask falls completely. It could be a confession they didn't plan, a contradiction they can't explain, or a reaction they can't take back. When it happens, you will finally see what their heart was truly hiding. Amen. Blessing 28:28 Now my beloved child, declare your spiritual clarity. If your intuition is vibrating, if your heart is connecting dots in silence, if your mind feels the truth rising behind their behavior, then acknowledge this shift not for the platform but for your destiny. These words are not engagement. They are empowerment. A declaration that your soul refuses to be misled again. And once you acknowledge this, the universe begins revealing the final layer of what this person truly wanted from you. Amen. Blessing 29:29 Now prepare for the deepest revelation yet. Their actual intention was never connection. It was control through emotional scarcity. They wanted to be the one you waited for, the one you worried about, the one you prioritized, the one you forgave, the one you explained yourself to, the one you cried for in silence. But they never wanted to give you the same depth back. They wanted emotional benefits without emotional responsibility. They wanted your presence without offering presence. They wanted your loyalty without giving loyalty. But destiny has intervened now. The emotional ties they wrapped around you are loosening. Their influence is evaporating. Their games are being exposed by divine timing. Soon they will realize that the person they thought would stay trapped forever is actually the one walking away first with power. With clarity, with dignity. My beloved child, the universe is freeing you and their manipulation is reaching its final breath. Amen. Blessing 3030, subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.